Universal Studios, how you doing? I like saying that. I got a great idea to get more people through the park again. I don't work at Universal anymore, or Disney, due to the layoffs and the jobless and all that, and the distance I had to travel, and all this fun stuff that wrapped up into one. Now, I figured out a way. Hold on. I made some garlic knots myself. I found a way to find, to get more people in the park and take some of your old rides and change them up. Men in Black is a shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up laser tag with aliens attraction, and it's a ride. I would change the sensors. I would change the point systems. If you hit a huge score, you should get something free. Like a little pin with your score, a little, like a button or something you put on there and it tells you your score and then your first place or something like that. Or then, they have to, it's, getting a button or, giving you a button if you get the all-time biggest score on the attraction. That would be fun. Also, it would also be kind of cool if you have competitions and tournaments on that attraction. Certain times of the day, you enter a tournament. Alright? You enter a tournament. And, whoever has the highest score wins like a Men in Black alien plush doll or something. Or something like that. It's it could be a game, You can still keep the regular ride going, but also have a thing outside that if you want to have a tournament inside the attraction, they'll give you a little pass thing, and you get in there, you show the attendant, and they're like, oh, you're in a tournament, so you go to this cart, you go to that cart, and then they stop the line and say, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting our tournament, let those let the cars go, and then have other cars follow, like a regular attraction, but have them have tournaments inside the ride. A group of people that can sign up for a tournament. Hi, girl. Yeah, my dog just left her bed and now she's like now on my knee. Anywho, go to bed. Go to bed. Don't make me have to drag you. Bed. Oh, look at me. Bed! Bed! You need to sleep or you're going to be cranky in the morning. Bed! Come on, girl. Dogs. Anywho. It's, a tournament would be kick-ass on the, Men in Black. That could also be kind of fun. It will bring people back. That's really the only ride you can really do something with a tournament. I would get that spinning vortex fixed in Cat in the Hat. That thing keeps on breaking. I forgot when that last worked. Probably when the attraction opened. And yeah, probably when the attraction first opened. That's pretty much the only thing that worked. That's all I have to say about that. Yep. Well, actually, I hate to say this, but take down Poseidon's Fury. Yeah, take that show down because we don't. It doesn't need. Basically, if you're not gonna have that spinning vortex of water, it's not really worth a show. Do yourself a favor. Save you guys a lot of money. Shut down the attraction and make it a seasonal one. You want to make money? Make it a seasonal one. You actually want to save money? Make it a seasonal one, because if they say it costs too much money for that spinning vortex and everything else, that's the whole attraction. That's the key. You lose that key, it's just blah. That's all I have to say about that. Really, there's nothing else for me to say. Really, nothing. You lose that, you lose the key, you know. Actually, what I always say, what else would be kind of cool? It'd be cool to have the Halloween Horror Nights in both parks again. That's always fun. That is awesome when you have it in both parks. I did enjoy it when it was in both parks. Couldn't go through all. I never got the frequent fear pass those days. I actually, when the first ever both parks, that was my time to shine, and I helped with that one. So of course I like it. I was the man who helped. So yep. Really, there's nothing else. I talked to you guys about, you know, State Road 13. I actually, the Haunted Mansion. They actually had they had an attraction called the Haunted Mansion on 13, Route 13. I think it was Route 13 in Orlando, and it looked kind of like a castle instead of a mansion. But it was this huge, gigantic troll that used to get up and sit down on the outside, and it's supposed to be for the inside. You know, it's an inside animatronic, and they put on the outside, so it never worked that much. And there's stories that people went there and there was actors smoking on the outside, and they saw a car and they're like, "You here for the attraction?" They put their masks on and they run back in the attraction. So that was a short-lived experience, actually, that one. And I live in a small little town called St. Augustine, city called St. Augustine. They had a lot of attractions that practically, you know, were there and then now they're gone. Oh yeah, the Fountain of Youth is still down here. Oh yeah. Let's see what else is down here. You know, I live down the street from it. They have Ripley's. I like Ripley's. Ripley's is always fun. Ripley's is a pretty good attraction. Problem is, they never update them. It's always fun when they update them, you know. But they never update Ripley's. The one in Orlando stays the same. I like the the curve, you know, the sinkhole there. But that's the only thing I like, really. The upside down building Wonderworks. That's owned by a bunch of attorneys. Let's see. That's in Orlando, Wonderworks. We got a family fun fact. We have Adventure Landing up here. Adventure Landing used to be up in Daytona Lagoon. They used to be in Adventure Landing, but really, and then it's Daytona Lagoon. They kind of sold out. They were not making any money. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, down the street was a strip club. What do you expect? Molly Brown's was down the street. So basically, you know, my friends and I used to go to the strip club, then walk all the way to Adventure Landing, and then go back to the strip club. Or, you know, had some pizza at the pizza places on the right. They had some good pizzas in Daytona, man. They had good pizza places on the side street. A lot of weed places that sell a lot of these weed bongs. And then this other cannabis that it's legal to sell. I don't know. I don't do that shit, so. But it's kind of weird how Daytona became like a pot nation. It's, you know, a lot of your hookers are on there, and another girl. It was pretty fun. Well, those days were short-lived. And there used to be a little strip club down here called Cafe Erotica, where they physically banned me from that place because, you know, the guy who ran it didn't really appreciate me. He didn't really like me because I told him what he could do with his business, you know, basically, you know, have a first ever, like, porn shoot business or something. And there were some women in there that didn't like me. They thought, you know, I was a creepy looking man. I used to do a lot of drawings, a lot of computer work while I was waiting there. It was a 24-hour place. It was down the street where I lived. And so basically I went in there and sat down and did most of my work for Horror Nights inside that club, which a lot of people never recognized. So I sat there and did some stuff, and it was actually pretty interesting at the same time. I did a lot of concept work for other attractions. I was actually on there, and lady, you know, you know, making a hooker chainsaw woman just for the heck of it, you know, a chainsaw wheeling hooker, and women that got scared in there if they thought I was a crazy guy doing all that, and they called that guy Bill Harry, who was a big adulterer, Asher Sullivan's friend. Asher Sullivan just kicked the bucket because, you know, he pissed off the wrong man, I think. He kicked the fucking bucket, and now, you know, I think the only one is in Dunn, North Carolina. That's the last one. Oh, Micanopy, they have one in Micanopy. I had a good friend that worked for them. His name was Red. Ain't that funny? His name was Red. No, Red, and then there was John Tape. Tape. Fine Red Tape, I used to call him. Oh, man. And then the one in St. Augustine was the people that worked there. Good friends, but there was always this crackhead always worked in the morning. You could tell he was a crackhead. You could. That's his only job. And then the funniest thing is the ex-manager of the place, you know, was sleeping with a stripper, and they had to get him out of the corporation. I wonder if they still have that calendar, because the stripper was actually in the, I think it was the 2003 or 2005 calendar. They have to. Her name was Sapphire, I think it was. I think she still lives in St. Augustine. I'm not sure. I don't really care about these people anyway. It was a sleazy trucker dive. Well, I don't know why. This is supposed to be Horror Update Orlando, and I'm just going off on strip clubs. See, here I go. I just go off subject a lot, you know? Oh, well. What the? Girl, why? I told you to go to bed. You pop up like in the middle of nowhere. She's like Waldo. She is like Waldo, I tell you. She never wants to leave my foot. Oh, well, I'm going to call this Horror Nights and just random stuff. Talk to you later.